हेलो। 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 कर दिया। बोलो भी कुछ। हेलो। 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 Hello. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? If you guys can hear me, please type yes in the chat box. Hello, guys. If you can hear me, please type yes in the chat box. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So, learn and laugh. Can hear me? Okay. It will be fine within a minute. Don't worry, it will be fine soon. Don't worry, guys. It will be fine soon. So, let's wait for the other people to join the session and then we'll begin. Perfect, Aruna. So, let's wait for 2 to 3 more minutes and we'll start with the session. So, guys, in this today's session, we'll be learning about website development concepts from the beginning itself. As earlier as well, we conducted the session for the website development, but some of you were not there. Okay guys, one more minute and then we'll be starting with the session. Okay guys, so let's start with the session now. I hope everyone is doing great. So starting with the concept. So we'll be learning about website development. So this is the Sublime platform and it's really easy to download and it really takes less storage and it's really easy to download it as compared to Visual Studio Code. As Visual Studio takes more storage and it's a bit difficult as well to set up the Visual Studio Code in the systems which is not that much having the specification to download it and install it and use it properly. So starting with the Sublime platform, so there's an option of plain text over here in the bottom. So we'll be tapping on this plain text and we'll be selecting HTML from here. Once you select HTML from here, you can go to tools option. You can tap on snippets and you can select HTML from here. This will give you all the basic tags that are required for creating your first web page. So first tag that we have used is the doc type tag, which states that we are using HTML5 language for the below code. And then we have used HTML tag. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which help us to create the structure of the website. By adding content, you can use multiple tags for creating your content and creating your structure for the website. You can use different heading tags. You can use paragraph tag, and there are HTML formatting tags as well that you can easily use to create the structure for your web page or a website. Then there is a head tag which help us to create the topmost section of the website. Suppose you search for Google and once you press enter, the first most thing that appears is the topmost bar at the top, which occurs with an icon, right, of Google icon. That's what is being created in this section with inside the head. And if you put the title, this will come as in www.google.com. So you can simply put your own title for the website. So the title is the learning skills. So once we are done with the head section, we have to move towards the body tag. So this body tags help us to create or help us to display our content on our web page. So if we are within inside the body tag, the opening and the closing of the body tag, you can enter any tag to you can enter any content to display it on your web page or on your website. So let's say if we simply write hello, welcome to learning skills platform to learn, grow, learn, create, and grow with us. So this is our first sentence that we have entered for web page. So what you have to do, guys, you have to just save it first of all. How you have to save it? You have to go to this file option, or you can simply use the shortcuts as well, Control S. So there are two options that you guys can use. You can either go to this file section, tap on Save As, give the file name. This is visible. Okay, let me just share that screen. So this is your save as option that you'll be finding, and you can just enter the file name over here. Let's say website development session, and then you have to put .html in the end, or you can just simply select the save as type as HTML from these sections, and then you can select where you want to save this file. So I'll be saving this file, let's say in this folder. So I've saved that file. So once you save that file, guys, what you have to do, you can open it. Let me just open it and let me show you the output, how it looks like. So let me just show you the output. So this is our output, guys. So you can easily see that we are able to create our first web page with the content, which is easily visible as well. Hello, welcome to the Learning Skills platform to learn, create, and grow with us. So this is our first line that we have entered for our first web page. And the topmost section in the head, you guys can clearly see that we are having the learning skills as in head, the learning skills over here. I hope this thing is clear so far. If you guys have any doubt, any questions, you can ask it in the chat box. If you guys have any doubt so far, you can ask it in the chat box. I'm using the headset. Thank you so much for your feedback, and for the next session, we'll try to fix this as well. But so far, do you guys have any doubt, any question? So is there any doubt, any questions so far, guys? Okay, guys, so let's proceed forward. So this is what we have declared straight away, right, without using any tag. So let's say if I want to declare an heading, so for that we'll be going to use h1 tag, and I'm putting the first heading as website, and let's close the h1 tag. And this thing I wanted as in paragraph, right? Or let's say as in third heading. So we'll be going to use h3 tag for this, and we'll close it over here. And let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S, and let's check the output. So let me just refresh this page and let's check the output now. So you guys can see, right? We got the right output. Like this is the first heading that we are having, and below that we have used h3 tag to show this as a little bit smaller in size as compared to the h1. And now you guys can easily add the paragraph as well below this. So how you guys can add the paragraph? For that you just have to use p tag, which stands as paragraph, and then you can write your content. So this is my paragraph, and I will save it, and let's check the output. Let's refresh this. So you guys can see we are having h1 as website development as in heading, and then there is an h3 tag that we have used for the second content, and for the third content, which is a paragraph, we have used p tag for that. So is there any doubt, any question so far? Okay, so you guys have understood this, right? Okay, now proceeding forward, let's say if we want to add a chemical formula. So you guys have seen, you guys might have learned about chemistry as well. So in chemistry subject, you might have seen H2O formula. For oxygen, we do have O2. and photo is H2. So how we can put that on our website? For that, there are some special tags that we have to use in HTML. So these special tags that we have to use is known as subscript tag and superscript tag. Superscript tag will help you to input your content at the top of a particular content, but a subscript tag will help you to put a particular content below a particular content, just below a particular content. Now, how this thing works? Let's see that. So I'm taking the tag first of all. Let's put H, and then below this we want two. So we'll be putting subscript two, and let's close the subscript tag and O. And now let's close the P tag. Let's save this and let's check the output now. So let's refresh the web page. There we go, guys. So you guys can see over here we got the H2, the chemical formula for water over here with the help of superscript tag and subscript tag. So I hope this thing is clear so much. And if there is any doubt, any question, you guys can ask me in the chat box. So guys, if there is any doubt, any question, please ask me in the chat box. If there is no doubt, please type no. Any doubt, any question so far? Okay, wonders in football. So do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt? Wonders in football? Okay, guys, let's proceed forward then. So what we have learned so far, we have learned about H1 tag, H3 tag, paragraph tag, and superscript and subscript tag. But there are total six types of heading tags. We have in HTML, that is H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So you guys can use these tags according to your needs and requirements for creating the content. As you guys might have seen the Wikipedia website, which is completely based upon these basic tags, and it's completely made of these basic tags only. Now you guys might be wondering how we can create a table, right? So for creating a table, we have to use the table tag. So once we get the table tag over here, what we have to do next? So in the table, particularly, we have rows and columns, right? A table is made up of rows and columns. So first of all, what we have to create. So what you have to create, first of all, you have to create the first row. So for creating the first row, which tag we have to use, guys? Any guess or anything that you might be thinking of a particular tag? Any tag that is coming into your mind for creating the first row? Like we are forming a table. So if we want to form a table, we have to add the first row. So which tag we can use to create the first row in a table? So guys, which tag we can use to add the first row in the table? You guys can guess it. You talked about subscript tags. I don't understand. Okay. So basically, subscript tag helps us to put a particular content within inside the subscript tag below the content that we are placing before the opening of the subscript tag. So before this opening of this particular tag of subscript, we have entered H over here, right? So if we have added H over here as in content and we have added subscript tag, it means this two will go below H. And if we close it, then we can use our next content which will occur as a paragraph within inside the paragraph because we haven't closed this paragraph tag within inside the subscript tag over here. So we have closed it afterwards after inputting O. So have you understood this? What is in football now? If I show you as an output as well, if you see the output, this H is inside the paragraph tag, and if you use subscript, if you use subscript tag, that particular content will go below our first content that we have placed before this, means H. So 2 will go below H. And if you close the subscript tag, then we can add our next content, means O. I hope it's clear now. So I hope you have understood the concept now, right? Wonders in football. Now we were at the table tag. So for creating the first row, guys, what we have to use the tr tag, means table row. If we add tr tag over here, if you guys add tr tag over here, we'll be able to create our first row. Now you can input the content, but before that we need heading, right? So for putting the heading, we have to use th tag, means table heading. Now you guys can add the table heading by adding your first heading as a content. So let's say name, and now let's close the th tag. And after that, let's close the tr tag. Now, if I want to place the name below the first column that I've declared as name, I have to add a name. So for that, we'll be going to open the next row, and for inputting the data, we have to use td tag for that stands as table data. And now you guys can easily add the name. For example, let's add website development, and now let's close the td tag, and now let's close the tr tag, and now let's close the table tag. Now let's save this, guys, and let's check the output. Okay, now let's refresh this. So you guys can see the output, right? We got our first column as name, and below that we got our first name as well as website development. So I hope this thing is clear, right? If you guys have any doubt, any question, you guys can ask me. Perfect. You're welcome. So now, guys, I'm giving you one task. Let's say we have created our first column as name, and we have entered the data as well, our first name. So let's say if we want to create the second column as age, and I want to enter the age as well, which will be showing equal to the website development name. So how we can do that? We have our first column as name. We got the name as well, but we want to create the second column as age, and we want to add the data as well below that particular column. So how we can do that? This is the first task. You guys can give me a guess as well in the chat box. Your solution. If you guys have understood the concept, I'm assuming that you will be having the solution as well for this question. Any guess, guys? Anyone with the solution? You guys have understood the question, right? What is the task? Have you guys understood the task? What is the task? Aruna, or what does in football? Have you guys understood the task? Anyone with the solution? Okay, guys, so that's all for today. So the task is to create multiple columns with multiple data you have to add to that particular column. You guys can create table according to your own choice, basis upon different subjects in your school or in your colleges, basis upon different things that you're learning, or basis upon your friend names with their ages. So you can create table on any of the specific data that you want to use. So that's all for today, guys, and thank you for joining the session. And let's meet in the next session with the new concepts.